Here's a question worth 8 minutes of your time. Why do some people seem to build wealth almost automatically, while others work hard their whole lives and never get ahead? The difference usually isn't luck, and it isn't a huge salary. It's a quiet mathematical force called compound interest. In the next 8 minutes, you'll see exactly how it works, why most people discover it far too late, and how to put it to work for you. Let's start simple. Imagine you invest $100 and it earns 10% a year. 10% is just an easy number for the math. The principle is what matters. With simple interest, you'd earn $10 every single year, forever. Nice, but boring. Compound interest is different. Each year you earn interest on your original 100 and on all the interest you've already collected. Year 1 pays $10. Year 2 pays 11. By year 8, it's about 21. Your money has started earning its own money. Think of a snowball rolling downhill. It picks up snow, it gets bigger, and the bigger it gets, the faster it grows. Here's what that looks like over a lifetime. For the first 10 or 15 years, the line looks almost flat. This is where most people give up. But compound growth is an exponential curve, not a straight line. Every year you stay invested, the curve bends a little harder in your favor. $100 a month at 8% is about $18,000 after 10 years. After 30 years, it's roughly $150,000. After 40 years, it's over $350,000. And here's the part people miss. You only deposited $48,000. The rest is pure growth. Want a shortcut for all this math? It's called the rule of 72. Divide 72 by your annual return, and you get roughly how many years it takes your money to double. At 8%, 72 divided by 8 gives 9, so your money doubles about every 9 years. 10,000 becomes 20, then 40, then 80. And notice something strange. That last double, from 40 to 80,000, earned more than all the earlier doubles combined. The end of the journey does the heaviest lifting. Now for the most expensive mistake in finance, waiting. Meet Emma and Liam. Emma invests $200 a month from age 25 to 35. Just 10 years, then she never adds another cent. Liam waits until 35, then invests $200 a month for 30 full years, all the way to 65. Liam puts in 3 times more money than Emma, but at 65, at 8%, Emma has roughly $400,000. Liam has about $300,000. Run those numbers on any calculator and it still feels wrong. It isn't wrong. It's just exponents. Emma's money had 30 extra years to compound. In this game, time beats amount. Every compounding machine has just 3 levers: how much you put in, the rate you earn, and how long you leave it alone. You can't fully control the rate, markets move on their own, and your income limits how much you can add. But time is the lever with the most power, and it's the one you control completely, simply by starting now, and by not interrupting the machine. So where does that 8% actually come from? When you buy a stock, you own a small slice of a real business, its profits, and its growth. Any single company can fail, but through a broad, low-cost index fund, you can buy a tiny piece of hundreds of companies at once. You're not betting on a single winner, you're buying the whole race. Historically, broad stock markets have averaged high single-digit returns per year over long periods, with plenty of scary drops along the way. Diversification doesn't remove the bumps, it removes the risk that one bad egg breaks your basket. Now for the machine's enemies. Enemy number 1, fees. A 2% annual fee sounds tiny, but fees compound too, in reverse. Invest $500 a month for 30 years at 8%, and you'd end with about $740,000. The exact same plan, minus a 2% fee, ends near $500,000. That harmless-looking fee quietly took roughly a third of your final wealth. Keeping costs low is the easiest raise you will ever give yourself. Enemy number 2, inflation. Cash hidden under the mattress feels safe, but prices rise around 3% in a typical year. Use the rule of 72 backwards. At 3% inflation, the buying power of idle cash halves roughly every 24 years. That's why saving alone isn't enough. Money that just sits still is quietly moving backwards. It has to be invested to outrun inflation. Enemy number 3 is the machine running against you, high-interest debt. A credit card charging 24% doubles what you owe roughly every 3 years. That's the same snowball. rolling at you. This is why paying off high-interest debt is one of the best guaranteed returns available anywhere. Kill the reverse machine before you feed the forward one. So how do you actually run this machine? With a system, not willpower. Step 1. Keep a cash cushion of 3 to 6 months of expenses, so a surprise never forces you to sell at the worst possible moment. Step 2. Pay yourself first. The day money arrives, move a slice, even 10%, into investments automatically, before you can spend it. Step 3. Automate it monthly, and then stop watching. Automation removes the hardest part, remembering and resisting the urge to tinker. Missing just the market's few best days can cost a huge share of long-term returns, and those days tend to hide right next to the worst ones. Time in the market beats timing the market. Let's put the whole machine on one board. 1. Start now. Time is the engine, and every year of delay costs more than the last. 2. Buy broad. Diversify across hundreds of companies instead of betting on one. 3. Keep fees near zero, because fees compound against you. 4. Destroy high-interest debt before anything else. 5. Automate it and let the curve do the work. None of this requires genius. It requires starting, and then not stopping. 20 years from now, the flat, boring part of your curve will be behind you, but only if it starts today. The best moment to plant this tree was years ago. The second best moment is right now. 8 minutes ago, this was just math. Now it's a choice. This video is general education, not financial advice. Do your own research, and be kind to your future self.